Hi, sisters.
Hello, female siblings.
So, one of the things that happened in the news recently was James Charles did an opening of a Sephora, I believe. He was opening a Sephora in Birmingham, England. And so many people showed up that, they had to shut down roads and stuff. 8,000 people showed up to see James Charles open up a makeup shop.
That's bonkers. Now, recently, I feel like I didn't see James Charles in any sort of media until, the past couple of months. He was somebody that just kind of came up on the radar, out of nowhere, I feel like. When he released his makeup palette, everybody was freaking out about it, and I was like, who is James Charles? And now I just see him everywhere.
Well, I thought I'd do a little bit of research into how James Charles rose to fame, so let's talk about it.
Welcome to Seth Teaches Logan Who the Hell James Charles Is.
A video essay. So it started out, I'm sure you saw this, it started out when he was younger. He started doing YouTube channels and stuff. And apparently he had one with 50, I want to say it had 80,000 subs.
He's only a year older than us.
He's our age.
Really?
He's 19.
He's 19.
He was born in March 1999.
Wow.
So he's our age.
A little bit older than us. Wow.
He's our age.
Huh.
And he's probably a multi-millionaire, I'd say.
Probably. More than likely.
And
he hangs out with Kylie Jenner. I know that.
Yeah, he hangs out with Kylie Jenner, which goes into our later points. So he started off, and I saw somewhere that he had a YouTube channel before that had 80,000 subscribers, and he was 14 or 15 or something. Since he was a dumb kid, he actually sold it to someone. Or someone got his password or something and he lost it.
Wow. Did he do makeup on that channel? Or
No,
was it just...
it was just him being him, I guess.
Wow.
I think he did comedy skits or something.
Interesting.
And so then he started doing makeup on Instagram and stuff. He had a bit of a following on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm sure you saw this. It was his senior year, so it would have been 2 years ago, year and a half ago.
More than it would have been our senior year.
No, he was born in March.
Oh, I guess
so his would be a year earlier than us.
Wow, weird.
So, and his senior picture blew up because he was like, put the tweet up. I'll send you the tweet. And he was like, oh, I wanted to be extra, so I did my own makeup, and I brought my ring light to the school pictures. I asked them to retake my picture or something, and they did. And that tweet blew up, and then and there's a lot of controversy around that tweet, he faked it and stuff. But he said that he just touched up his face a little before he posted it to Twitter, which is whatever.
Yeah.
But people thought he completely fabricated the whole thing.
Huh. That's odd.
But there's professional emails that he did.
I've never seen that.
I am 100% certain you've seen it. It was pretty big.
I'm just gonna look up the tweet right now while you continue to talk.
And then he got sought out by CoverGirl, and he became the first cover boy. And then he got into his first controversy. You can put this tweet up too if you find it. He said, because he started traveling the world, I guess, for CoverGirl. And he said, he was like, I'm gonna go to Africa. Hopefully, I don't get Ebola. LOL. Or he said, he was
something stupid.
He was fucking 17. Of course, he was gonna say something stupid.
Yeah.
And then everyone freaked out.
He lost his position with CoverGirl, right?
Yeah, he lost his CoverGirl thing. So then he started doing more stuff with YouTube, and his YouTube started getting a little bit of popularity. And he gained he's got almost 20 million subs right now.
He's got a lot.
Hold on, let me get an accurate count right now. He almost has 14 million right now.
Let me look at his Instagram real quick because I know
he has 10 million Instagram followers. He has a ton of Instagram followers.
13.8 million Instagram followers.
Well, that's pretty hefty on Instagram.
I'm pretty sure PewDiePie only has 15 million. Yeah, 15.8. He's
so that's pretty hefty on Instagram. And then what I also saw do him into popularity, really put him in the mainstream for me and Logan personally, was his makeup palette with Morph.
Yeah, that was something where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it felt like I saw just everybody tweeting on Instagram. Everywhere was just this new James Charles palette or face palette came out. I really want it really bad. And I was just I have no idea what this is.
And I could not find an actual number of how many he sold. I did a lot of digging, but I couldn't find it. But they said every time he restocked it, it sold out within minutes. $39.
for like a couple. Wow. I mean,
But that'll
yeah, I
last you.
guess.
That'll last you pretty. Put a picture of James Charles' palette up.
Makeup artist and YouTuber James Charles had his new collaboration with makeup giant Morph selling out in a record time. Less than 10 minutes after going on sale, they sold out.
But we don't know how many it was. So now I want to talk about how his YouTube channel like grew. He started his channel in 2015. The channel he has now, he started a channel in 2015, and now he has 14 million subscribers almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I looked on his Social Blade. He gets over 100 million views a month. One of his worst videos right now, like one of his worst videos, like the worst of his videos, has 3.5 million views.
And that's still crazy good.
Yeah, that's one of his worst videos. Something else that I think made him get a little bit of clout was he had beef with the kids from It. You remember that?
No, dude.
Really?
Like
You didn't hear about that at all?
He didn't pop up on my radar until
was
like December.
He tweeted some shit. It was like 5 minutes into It and it's already trash. And then Finn Wolfhard added him and was like, "Why are you on your phone in the movie theater?" And they just went back and forth for a while.
Wow.
And then he did It makeup, which that gave him clout. James Charles is a creative guy. Like, all his videos are super interesting.
They seem to be pretty interesting, even as someone who doesn't care about makeup.
Like, he had one where he followed a Bob Ross painting on his face with makeup.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And he does like story times, or I don't know, it's called Brother Sister. Which is really funny.
If you know what meme we're referencing, good on you.
It's like brother and sister or something, but it just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And it's like him and his brother, and they just talk. And his brother has over 2 million Instagram followers, and that's all he does. He's just with James Charles. Wow. So that shows how much power James Charles has.
He is the one we must fear.
Yeah. And James Charles has a lot of other really interesting things. Like, he did one where he bought a bootleg version of his own palette and tried to use it. And he's a pretty smart guy. He's a pretty creative guy. And then the main thing that I think propelled his journey, he can make friends. He's good at making friends. Cause I was like digging through when he got big subscriber boosts in his Social Blade and stuff like that, and I saw 2 significant boosts when he collaborated with the Ace family and when he collaborated with Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He did a video with the Ace family and Kylie Jenner, and he got big spikes. And he does videos with Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, the Dolan twins. My biggest thing that rose James Charles to fame is he's relatable, of course, because he's still young.
We all have a James Charles in us.
Yeah. Personally, I watched it a lot. His content is not for me. It's definitely not for me.
You're not the target demographic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a girl or someone younger. He's definitely have a younger demographic, I would think. But he goes to. I mean,
yeah, I get what you mean.
We're too mature for James Charles. Not really.
No, I think it's. I mean, I just don't like makeup.
Yeah.
I just don't. I mean, I can respect it as an art form for sure, but it's just like I don't do it. I don't touch up this face.
You're already pretty. And like, he's very big. He is a lot.
After you called me pretty, I was just staring at the camera smiling.
He's a lot to take in. Like, if you watch a James
he seems
Charles
like he's got
videos,
a very large personality.
He talks really fast. He's really loud. He's a really hard worker. He's really smart. He's pretty. I mean, for someone who's a kid and has this much like about him, he's gotten in a pretty small amount of controversies.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I mean, look at anyone else his age.
He seems as if he likes to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, look at people even like older than him.
Yeah, honestly.
And he's got what, 2 big controversies? 3 if you count like the fake high school thing, but that doesn't really count.
That's not really a controversy. That's just like, oh, maybe he made something up.
Yeah. But that's what technically started his career.
I guess, but
Or it put a real big boost on his career.
yeah, I guess so. Very odd.
But yeah, once like you say something stupid once and people get really mad at you about it, chances of you doing it again are pretty low. Unless you're not the brightest.
A lot of people aren't the brightest.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't get in trouble for anything like that. What do you think about everything that I just enlightened you with?
I didn't know much about him before, and he just kind of popped up on my radar, when his palette came out. But, I mean, he seems like a nice enough person.
He seems like a cool guy,
Seems like a really chill guy. James Charles, if you ever want to come on
Yeah.
our show and do our makeup, I would be
Bro, that would
so
be
down.
lit. That'd be lit.
I'd be really into that. If you could work around this beard, I'm not shaving it. I apologize.
I mean, there's like drag people with those beards and stuff.
Interesting. Yeah. So, if you want to do our makeup one day, that'd be super lit. You seem like a great dude. Who likes to not be filled with drama, and that's a rarity with YouTubers nowadays, I feel like.
Yeah.
So,
James Charles, come on the show.
you're a gem. And I should
We'll be honorary sisters.
give your content another shot, I guess. I never really gave it a shot in the first place because it's not for me. I'm just not a makeup guy.
I mean, I'd say seeing how he, like, how much he can do with like
It's impressive.
the beauty YouTubers are so
Impressive.
interesting to watch.
It's truly impressive. It's an art form.
How much money they probably make they throw around a lot of money, those beauty YouTubers.
Mhm.
And I'm like, where do they get all this money?
From their videos. Their palettes are expensive, and then people will watch that all day.
Yeah, people love beauty YouTubers.
So, I mean, they always have it. There's always an audience. To cap it off, come on the show, James Charles.
Yeah, you seem like a cool guy. Hit us up.
We'd love to hang out.
We'll have like a big on our 21st birthdays. We'll all hang out.
Yeah, because we'll all be 21 around the same time.
You're a little older than us, but like not that much.
You'll be a couple months before us. But
Okay.
he's only like a week after me.
Yeah, me and Logan are like 2 weeks apart.
Which, for my 21st, I want to go to karaoke.
You can go, there's places you can go to. We can go to karaoke now.
Yeah, but it would probably be funnier with alcohol.
I
involved.
guess. I don't know.
That's the only time in my life that I ever want to get drunk is just on my 21st. Just so I can ruin it for myself and then never want to do it again.
And then we'll move to crack.
Come back again for more content like this.
If
Subscribe.
we do any content we do like this will probably be on Wednesdays.
Just remember, subscribing to us is also subscribe to PewDiePie.
My pants are so high up, you can see my leg hair past my socks.
And you're wearing long socks.
Just like my.
Don't ask what your YouTube content creators, what you can do for you want what your YouTube content creators can do for you. Ask what you can do for your YouTube content creators.
Patricia, what do you think about James Charles?
And that would be to subscribe. What do you think about James Charles, sweetheart?
I think he's a beautiful soul.
That's a very kind thing of you to say.
Wow. Inspirational.
Alright, we love
All
you
right.
all.
Later, cuties.